He was Sinatra's right-hand man. He was there at CBGB's in '77, Sunset Strip in '81, and he's still going strong today. His name is Jack.
This year, India Art Fair brings the best of Indian and international contemporary art within 91 exhibiting booths and over 1,000 artists.
I think our attempt is certainly focused on outreach and bringing in more attention to India when it comes to the rest of the world. It means really creating a world-class platform with the kind of publicity and reach to draw the best from around the world and showcase India and the art scene here to that level. I think to the international galleries it means having an opportunity to tap into the Indian market and the wealth that this country has to potentially invest in art, certainly with a long-term view, but a great beginning at that.
India Art Fair last year didn't do commercially too well. We didn't see a lot of international galleries returning. So the few that have, what do you think has brought them back? And what has...
I think what has brought them back it is the bad economical situation in Europe, which has nothing to do with art. But I think most of them are the ones who are here. It's because I think they feel that it's better to have a foot here. The market will fastly grow up. I think we are on the beginning of it. You had the first step, a bit crazy, no market, then up very fast and after down. But the next wave is coming. I think it's a good art fair, and I think people will confirm, and I think it's quite high. I was here last year, and I think it's higher.
It's higher?
Yeah.
And do you think it has scope to grow further?
I would say so.
Yeah.
I would say so. It's why I got interested in this fair, because since the beginning, my beginning, I believe in it. India belongs to what we call the BRICS, and I started to travel in those countries 20 years ago. I am an old art dealer, and I wanted to put my name as a structure in art in those countries. We talk about India, we talk about China, and we talk about Brazil.
I've been coming 4 years now, and I come here because I believe that it is quite interesting to open new markets. And India is such a big country, and it has a very good developing economy. In the consequence, I thought this is the right country.
So what are the lessons you've learned, and what do you advise to international galleries, especially who've come here the first time and who are looking at returning back again?
Well, they have to have time. It's not a thing which you can acquire just like this. You can't switch a switch and say, now I'm in the Indian market. It doesn't work. You have to. The main capital of a gallery is confidence. You have to acquire confidence towards your clients, towards possible Indian customers, and this takes years. It doesn't go just like this. It takes years. I would advise to keep the expectation low and work slowly, step by step, go step by step. Just a kind of education we have to do, because these big masters we are bringing into India are not known here. They are known by name, but they're not known by picture. I will not bring Indian art into India. I think this would be ridiculous, because we have excellent galleries here in India, colleagues, and they are much better in the Indian art field than I am. So my strengths would be this kind of art, what we do in Europe also.
So what do you think Indian audiences are looking for in terms of art?
They're looking for, they're not necessarily looking just for Indian art. I think they're definitely looking for a wow factor, for pieces that are, which is happening at most fairs. No, you need to to impress your audience because there's so much going on. So I think they're quite knowledgeable. The collectors that are here really like do their homework, look on the internet, find out if the price is correct. And then you have an enormous amount of general public that sees the show more as a museum show and just really enjoys being in it.
Commercially, how did India Art Fair work out for you last year?
Last year it was good enough for us to come back this year.
Yeah.
It's an important thing also to show people here that we are committed to marketing India and we're coming back.
So you're looking at a long-term engagement with
That's
India?
the plan.
Yeah.
I think we had a really good reception from last year, and I think there is a really hungry audience here for contemporary art, to find out more about it. I think we had a really good response to the work, and it's a really exciting region. You know, there are lots of exciting changes happening, and I think we really felt that we wanted to be part of the buzz and the energy that we really felt from last year. So, you know, we're back for more, definitely.
Yeah. And commercially, how did last year work out for you?
Really strong, which is great. I mean, I think what I try and do as a creative director is to find works that have quite a universal appeal. And I think hopefully what you can see from the stand is all the works on show have a really strong visual impact. I want it to be quite accessible in that way, so wherever you're from, whatever your background, everybody can get something out of the work when they see it. Some of the works really address some really global issues such as environmentalism, consumerism, advertising, all kind of common concerns that a lot of people can identify with.
So what do you have in store for us next year?
Next year, I'm sure will be bigger and better than ever before. It's always nice to support young, emerging artists. And like I said, it's not entirely focused on London. We're keen to have an international programme. We're keen to try and speak to as many people as possible. But all the works here are quite labour intensive. You know, there's definitely an emphasis on either craft, skill, and certainly high quality. So that's always what I think Screen will hopefully be known for and will always show.